说中文。
Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hello, welcome once again to Chinese Pod, bringing you lessons in spoken Mandarin come from Shanghai, China. My name is Ken Carroll.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Jenny, we have a tasty morsel of a lesson lined up for us
Yes.
today. Tell us about it, please.
This is a hot and spicy lesson.
Hot and spicy
Some
lesson.
like it hot, we like it hot and spicy.
Okay, good. Tell us more. What do you mean by that? That's vague.
We are trying to order a spicy dish in a
Oh, I
Sichuan
see.
restaurant.
Okay. So we're in a restaurant.
Yes.
And we're ordering spicy dishes.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to tell you today how you do that. There are lots of different types of cuisine in China. The regions are very different, of course. Today is, I guess, Sichuanese food.
One of the most exciting regional varieties.
That's right. That's out in the west. Over here in the Shanghai region, it's different, right? And food is slightly not
Tend
as...
to be milder, a lot
milder.
milder, but the national palate has changed a lot.
changing,
yeah,
right?
The tolerance for spicy food and strong taste has
Everybody's
shot up.
into it. It's really, really popular. And even in Guangdong, which traditionally Guangdong's food is also very subtle.
Very delicate.
Very delicate. And they're going more for spicy stuff in northern China too. Hey, this is a very interesting topic actually. But why don't we get into our dialogue right now, and then maybe throughout the rest of the lesson we can just chat as we go along.
Dialogue first time.
小姐，我要水煮鱼。
好的，要微辣、中辣还是重辣？
什么？
辣的程度不一样，你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。
哦，那我要重辣。
很辣的，你行吗？
Second time.
小姐，我要水煮鱼。
好的，要微辣、中辣还是重辣？
什么？
辣的程度不一样，你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。
哦，那我要重辣。
很辣的，你行吗？
Third time.
小姐，我要水煮鱼。
好的，要微辣、中辣还是重辣？
什么？
辣的程度不一样，你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。
哦，那我要重辣。
很辣的，你行吗？
Wow, okay. Now you're in a restaurant, you're ordering, and this is the language that will help you. Let's translate, shall we?
小姐，我要水煮鱼。
Miss, I'll have the boiled fish.
小姐，我要水煮鱼。
Waitress, I'll want the boiled fish.
小姐，我要水煮鱼。好的，要微辣、中辣还是重辣？
Okay, so how spicy do you want it? Mild, medium, or hot?
好的，要微辣、中辣还是重辣？
All right. How spicy do you want it? Mild, medium, or hot?
好的，要微辣、中辣还是重辣？什么？
What?
什么？
What?
什么？辣的程度不一样，你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。
Well, there's different levels of spiciness. You can choose not too spicy, medium spicy, or extra spicy.
辣的程度不一样，你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。
Well, there's different degrees of spiciness. You can choose mild, medium, or extra spicy.
辣的程度不一样， 你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。哦，那我要重辣。
Okay, then I'll have the extra spicy.
哦，那我要重辣。
Okay, then I'll have the extra spicy.
哦，那我要重辣，很辣的，你行吗？
It's really hot. Are you sure you can handle it?
很辣的，你行吗？
It's really spicy. Can you handle it?
很辣的，你行吗？
Okay, now, fine, there's lots of interesting things in this dialogue.
there are different degrees of spiciness.
Indeed. Now, the first one to look at is the word for boiled fish.
水煮鱼，水煮鱼。
Now, 水煮鱼. Now, this is actually, this is the title of a dish, right? It's a type
it's
of
a
dish.
way of cooking. 水煮
Yeah. So, although it literally means boiled, the
water boiled.
water boiled, it's not actually boiled, right?
It's soaked in oil.
Soaked in oil, yeah. And there's a particular Sichuan dish, and it's obviously river fish, and it's done in this kind of flat pot with soaked in oil with
Yes.
just tons of spicy stuff.
Yeah,
and-
tons of red chilies and peppercorn.
yeah, and stuff like that. And so the word boiled fish again is
水煮鱼
now. So that's a title of a dish. It doesn't doesn't mean generically boil a fish for me. It's a
No.
particular type of dish. Do you like that?
No.
Not really.
我不行 I can't handle the
Really?
spiciness.
Yeah, I like it, but it's this combination of a lot of oil and a lot of spice, and it's pretty. Ooh, it's intense.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great taste.
Don't try to drink the soup.
No, don't
It's
drink the
not-
soup.
It's not really soup, it's just oil.
It's just oil with spicy stuff in it. Okay, well, it's interesting. Now, so the waitress said, well, okay, now how spicy do you want it? So we had mild, medium, or hot. Could we hear that, please, Jenny?
好的，要微辣、中辣还是重辣？
Now, so the three options are, sort of mild, medium, spicy. Now, let's look at it. How did she describe mild spicy?
微辣，微辣。
Now, wei is first tone.
Yes, correct.
La is the term fourth tone. La means spicy. Okay, you'll hear that throughout the lesson. Now, so wei la actually means
Literally means micro spicy.
micro spicy. There you go. So, yeah, wei is often used to describe micro.
Yeah, like micro economy.
The microeconomy. Wow.
Or even microwave.
Microwave.
Microscope.
Microscope.
Or uses the same
Whoa,
word.
there you go.
Wave.
That's a great little word. So, way first tone. And so it's funny. So, there's a good mnemonic for you. Do you want micro spicy here? So, way
I want
la.
macro spicy.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So, good mnemonic. Way la. So, that's mild.
Yes.
Second, it's a kind of an oxymoron in English. You couldn't have, forget. Stop, Ken. Go on. Medium spicy. How was that?
中辣，
Zhong la.
中辣，
Now, not surprisingly, the zhong is, which zhong is that?
中国的中
There you go.
中文的中
Meaning middle.
Middle.
Okay. So when you put it together with la, you get medium, as in medium spicy. Great.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
Now, or you want the heavy duty spicy, and that's called.
重辣，重辣。
Now, zhong is fourth tone as
Yes.
opposed to zhong, which is medium meaning
First.
first. And as I said, this is a heavy duty because zhong literally means heavy,
Yep.
right? So you have zhong la as in heavy duty spiciness.
Yes.
All right.
Great mnemonics there.
Yeah, hopefully they all are useful. Now, so could we hear the 3 levels again, please? Could you just pronounce those for us, please, Jenny?
微辣，微辣，中辣，中辣， 重辣，重辣。
There you go. Now, the person here, I don't know why, but is flummoxed by this and says, what?
什么？
It's like when you're learning your Chinese and you're sitting in a taxi, you say a couple of words, and the taxi driver just goes on for about 10 minutes, and then you didn't
You only
understand a word.
reply 什么
He's like, what? And he's like,
But they're most likely to kindly decipher the language for you.
I think so. Hopefully. Now, so let's get back to the lesson here. Now, of course, he said, what? What are you talking about? Now, the waitress is kind enough to explain in more details what these degrees of spiciness are. So would you proceed, please, Jenny?
辣的程度不一样。
Oh, let's take that one. That's a great, really good phrase, actually. Now, tell us about this, Jenny.
The key word in here is 程度。程度
Chengdu, second tone, fourth tone.
correct.
And that means
Degree or level.
or level. 程度. Now, 辣的程度 meaning the level of spiciness.
Yes. You can also use it to describe the level of language.
程度 can be used in many contexts. That's right.
Yeah.
You could say 你的中文程度或者你的英文程度. So it can be used in a lot of ways. It means level essentially.
Yeah.
Right. So, 辣的程度 there are different levels. Just very simply, she says,
不一样，不一样
meaning
not the same.
not the same. So it's a really efficient way to say
Yeah.
there are different levels. So let's hear that phrase.
辣的程度不一样。
Okay. Now, you could apply this. You could say 我们中文的程度不一样. Our levels of Chinese are different. There you go. Now, so she's explaining you have choice here. So she says,
你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。
okay, so she's got the three kind of divisions again. Now, the verb to choose here is
选，选
xuan,
third tone.
aka 选择,
对.
right? It's the same
Yeah.
thing. Okay. Now, so she describes the mild, medium, and hot.
Extra.
Yeah, in a slightly different way. So she says,
不太辣，
and that was previously known as.
微辣，
So you can remember that. 微辣 is
不太辣。Not really, not very spicy.
not very spicy. Now, the second one was.
中等辣，中等辣。
Now, as we had the 中 a moment ago, meaning middle.
Middle, yes.
And 等, as in third tone, also means level.
yes.
So mid-level la, mid-level spicy. Also known simply as,
中辣，
there you go. And then you had the spiciest of all.
yes. 特别辣，特别辣。
特别辣. That is the killer stuff.
Yes, that's the heavy duty 重辣。
I once saw an Indian restaurant somewhere in the UK. I can't remember, it was Bradford or somewhere like that. And they said they had the spiciest curry in the city. And that was pretty damn spicy. And it was called a cremation. This stuff was so spicy. It was now on the dish, it's called the cremation.
I still wonder why people strive for the spiciest.
Indeed. Give me a cremation, please. There you go. And so another way to say that would probably be that it was 特别辣.
Extra hot.
Extra hot, extra spicy. Now, of course, the tourist fool, whoever he is or she is here, goes, well,
Just be courageous.
courageous, overly courageous, if you ask me, because the reply is,
哦，那我要重辣，那我要重辣。
oh, well, in that case, I want extra spicy. This person is showing off.
There's always
This
a
is
first
like-
time for anything and everything.
I can
and-
just see this foreigner sitting in the restaurant trying to mix in and saying at the top of his voice, 我要重辣. I want the spiciest thing you've got here.
No, actually, I've been stunned by how foreigners adapt to the spicy taste
Yeah.
so quickly,
Wow.
and they beat Chinese in the spicy department.
But they got to drink a lot of beer, you know. But anyway.
I've got a friend who always orders 重辣, a foreign friend, and his pronunciation, his tones are perfect, but
Wow.
each time,
They give him 中,
yeah, they give them 重辣. They assume you're a foreigner, so you can't
we're
handle it.
delicate. Interesting. Now, I think the final sentence is also quite interesting here.
Yeah.
The reply comes.
很辣的，你行吗？
Now, 很辣的, obviously, it's really, really spicy. 很辣的, it's really spicy. Now, the question then is, she asks is,
你行吗？你行吗？
你行吗? Now, that's interesting because 行 it means, to be able to.
Yes.
Right? It kind of like, can you handle it? If you said it in English, can you handle it? It would sound a bit odd. But in English, in Chinese, it just means, are you okay? Are you sure
Yeah.
you're okay with that? 你行吗?
Yes.
Will that be okay for you? And I think the implication is like, it's maybe a foreign visitor who, for some reason, doesn't quite understand the nature of this cremation that's about to happen. So anyway, look, that's really high frequency stuff if you're in a
Yeah.
Sichuan restaurant, I can tell you. It's useful. And get to Sichuan restaurants. So they're great. They're
Or
really,
Hunan restaurant.
Hunan those are the two really hot
Really
areas.
famous hot areas.
Yeah, so Sichuan and Hunan. And I know that Mao Zedong, who's a Hunan boy,
Yes.
he loved that spicy, fatty pork from Hunan. And hey, interesting. Now, why don't we listen to this 3 more times?
Dialogue first time.
小姐，我要水煮鱼。
好的。要微辣、中辣还是重辣？
什么？
辣的程度不一样，你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。
哦，那我要重辣。
很辣的，你行吗？
Second time.
小姐，我要水煮鱼。
好的。要微辣、中辣还是重辣？
什么？
辣的程度不一样，你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。
哦，那我要重辣。
很辣的，你行吗？
Third time.
小姐，我要水煮鱼。
好的。要微辣、中辣还是重辣？
什么？
辣的程度不一样，你可以选不太辣、中等辣或者特别辣。
哦，那我要重辣。
很辣的，你行吗？
Okay, there's a lot of stuff in there. I don't think we'll run through it because what you should do is go to ChinesePod.com, explore the language, go through all of this stuff. It's always interesting, I think, when you see these characters as well, because you realize that they can be used in different ways.
Ken, speaking of which, you just said
Yes.
Mao Zedong loves his native Hunan
That's
spicy
right.
food.
That's right.
Deng Xiaoping is from Sichuan.
That's right.
Another hot region. Do you
That's
know what
right.
his favorite food was?
Somebody thought it was some kind of mushroom or something from the hills.
We have different versions.
I don't know, what is it?
He also loves baguettes.
Baguettes.
Yes, because he studied in France.
Baguette. The old baguette. Very interesting.
We went from 水煮鱼 to baguette.
I heard that in the end of his life, that Deng Xiaoping was eating a lot of mushrooms, these health-giving mushrooms to the mountains of Sichuan. And he lived to a pretty ripe old age.
Yes, so start eating mushrooms.
Yes, indeed. Okay, well, we got to go now. We'll be back again tomorrow with another lesson. But right now, it's time for us to say
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
0586.
So just go to
www.chinesepod.com/0586
and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0586.